before a 15-minute intermission will be shared by, please give a lot of support and encouragement because we'd like to have a bigger breadth of people up here. We've got Sage Richards, who's 10 years old, and his sister Evelyn Richards, who's 8. And I think we're going to start with Sage. We're going to do one at a time. Is that right? Over Mom. This is Sage. He's excited to start, huh? 10 years old, young man, born in Juneau, Alaska. He goes to Gastineau School and is in 5th grade. He likes to read, he's interested in comedy, he's a skier, and he's a wrestler, and he won 2nd place for his weight class in the state championships. Right?
When I was a little kid, I was a Binky boy. I like my Binkies. I had one in my mouth, one in each hand at all times. And one day, after I'd gotten off the pot, my mom said, say goodbye to poo-poo. So I said, good. And then my favorite Binky fell out of my mouth and into the toilet that was swirling around going into me. And my mom almost reached in and grabbed it and then pulled her hand out. Then almost grabbed it and then pulled her hand out. And then she said, bye-bye, Binky. That night when my dad was reading one of my favorite bedtime stories about a little kid who had lost his Binky, and it tells you everywhere where he looks for the Binky. And so my dad was reading it and he said, is Binky in the kitchen? No. Is Binky in the forest? No. Is Binky in the bed? No. Does Dad have Binky? Does Mom have Binky? Is Binky in the closet? No. On the second to last page it said, is Binky in the potty? And I said, yes. And that's the Binky that got away.
This girl, Evelyn Richards, is 8 years old. She's in 3rd grade at Gastineau School. She likes to sing in the choir, write songs, and read, ski, snowboard, play basketball, soccer, and dance. She also wrestles with her brother to keep his skills up. She likes to hike with her family. This is Evelyn.
After my brother, and I loved my Binkies. I had one in my hand, and one in my other hand, and one in my mouth at all times. And when I went to bed, I would have to have at least 6 around me. And my mom thought that I should get off my Binkies before he did, because he had a hard time getting off of them. And so he had a friend who
had a newborn baby sister, maybe 2 weeks old, and her name was Valerie. And so my mom said, "Okay, Evelyn, it's time to give the Binkies to the baby." And so we wrapped them and washed them all special, and we delivered them. And when we got home, it was nap time. And when I woke up from a nap, I was usually the best-natured little kid. But I was just 2 years old, so I did not realize what I had just done. And I cried and cried, and finally I fell asleep. And in the morning, I said 2 words, and then it was over. Valerie, take! And those were the Binkies that got away.